In this video, we will learn about social media marketing. Social media is a big source of traffic for most websites. It not only brings in a lot of traffic, but it also brings in high quality traffic. Essentially, what is happening on social media is people are indulging in some sort of activity. They're trying to discover content, they're consuming content, they're producing content, they are sharing things, they like, comment, they create status updates, post videos. As a result of all this activity of producing, sharing, consuming, and discovering content, people realize need for products or they discover products on social media. They're exposed to brands, they're exposed to different products. Friends and families are sharing their experience with brands and products. And all these things are helping build trust, build awareness about the brands and products. Let's say I get exposed to a mobile phone brand. A friend bought mobile phone, is very happy, shares the feedback, and then lots of other people chime in. They also share their great feedback about the product, and I happen to see that. I may not need to buy a mobile phone at that point in time, but I see the feedback and that builds awareness. Oh, this is a good brand, this is a good product. The trust is built up. So 3 months from now, when I am thinking of buying this new mobile phone, I remember this particular brand and this particular model that my friend shared. And now I am more likely to buy it, at least I am going to consider it, whereas in the past I may not have considered it. So social media is creating a lot of influence on the buying pattern. And with all these exposure, awareness, trust, etc., people are taking some action. So they like something, they share content, they click on link to go to product site, check out the product, sign up for email, download content. Maybe I discover a high quality ebook and I download it. When I become interested in something, I seek more information about it, either on social media or go to the website of the company or do a Google search. So the exposure and trust and branding is leading to action. And that action signals an interest in product or trust in product, sometimes our readiness to buy or move to the next stage of the buying cycle. Underpinning all this activity, all these results and actions on social media is content, remarkable and relevant content. Social media is so crowded, we see so many messages every day that if the content is not remarkable, it doesn't stand out, and it is not relevant for me, I'm not going to even look at it, I'm not going to interact with it. It is not going to have any influence on me. That is why it's important for companies to produce remarkable content. Companies can also use ads to advertise on social media. And once again, those ads need to be remarkable because there's so many ads we see on social media also that we are mentally trying to tune out those messages even on social media, not just on TV or radio. So the ads also need to be remarkable to draw attention from viewers. So what is the value of social media for a business? Even today, most marketing teams struggle to convince management or executives about the value of social media to the business. Marketers think in terms of interactions, how many likes we got, how many followers we have, how many shares and comments we got. The executives, people who run the company, think in financial terms. How much sales we got, how much profit we are getting, how many new customers we are acquiring, how is it helping with our market share. And marketers and executives have this gap in communication. That gap needs to be bridged for social media to get funding, to get support from senior management. And the only way to do that is to explain the social media value in terms of financial values. So, how do we drive people from social media to website to get them to buy? Because ultimately, all this effort, everything we do has to result in some sale. Like I said, it needs to be translated into some financial metrics. So, how do we get people to buy? The primary way for companies to sell online is to sell through their website. So, we need to send people from social media site to company's website. And that is the focus of most marketers who are on social media. How do I send somebody from Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube back to my website so I can engage with them in a more controlled environment, capture their email IDs or contact details, and nurture them so we can convert them into qualified leads or customers? Research shows that in order to drive traffic from social media to the website, there needs to be some interaction on the social network. If people are interacting with your content, whether it is Twitter or Facebook or somewhere else, they are more likely to go to your website. If people are not interacting with your content on social media, they are very unlikely to visit your website. Why? Because interaction shows interest. I will interact, I will like, I will comment on, or I will share something if I'm interested in it. And if I'm interested in it, then I might visit the website to find more information. If I'm not interested, I don't interact, and therefore I'm also not interested in visiting your website. So the first thing we need to do is get people to interact with our content on social media. So, engagement. We need to produce remarkable content so we can engage people. This is a chart that shows the correlation between interactions and website visits. The dark color graph is interactions, and the light color curve is the visits to website. Now, this is an aggregated data from 500 Facebook pages and their related websites. And the data was collected and interpreted by Social Bakers, which is a social analytics company. As you can see, every time there's an interaction, the dark curve shows an uptick. The number of visits, which is the light color curve, also shows an uptick. So as the interactions go up, the visits go up. When the interactions come down, the visits also come down. So this chart clearly tells us that if we want to drive people to our website, we need to increase engagement or interaction on the social media, and that in turn will send people to the website. As interactions increase, they build trust and awareness. And once it reaches a certain critical threshold, your content starts to travel a lot more and you start getting a lot more people to visit your website. So you can see when the average likes and shares goes from 999 to 1000, suddenly the visits spike. What it is telling us is when we have very few likes and shares, 1 to 10 average likes and shares per post, we are getting about 2500 visitors to the website. When this likes and shares goes up between 10 to 99, the average number of visits goes to 26,000. So the number of visits jumps once we have more interaction. We have interactions crossing 10 to 20 per post or per update that we post on social media. And this data is specific to Facebook, but it is equally applicable to any other social media. Again, when the interaction goes beyond 100 but is less than 1000, the number of visits does not increase as dramatically. So you can see there are bands of interactions where the visit suddenly jumps. So when it is very low, the traffic is not that high. It crosses a threshold of 10, suddenly the traffic jumps. And then it stays stable, grows slowly with interaction. And then once the interactions cross 1000, it again more than doubles. So it again jumps dramatically. So what we need to do is we need to quickly grow to a level where we are getting more than 10 interactions, and then grow from that level to more than 1000 interactions so we can bump the traffic again.